3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome back to Total Crypto for another video. Guys, if you haven't checked out my last video right over here, I think it's very worth checking it out now, because as things stands with a lot of these memes, especially within the Solana network and generally speaking across the whole meme spectrum, that we are seeing quite a few of these memes heading its way to a much further move to the ground. There are some moves with exceptions that are doing not too bad. Like look at Tonkat is up by 78%. If you look at Pussy in Boot is up all of a sudden 116% move to the upside. I did not see that coming. I don't think anyone had been. But anyway, so in this video we're going to be diving into some of these memes. We are also going to look at from a trading perspective, and if you're currently in position, what for you to do next. So guys, I think you know what time it is. It's time to strap onto your boots, put on your rocket helmet, so let's get into the video. Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Now, if you're new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you can be updated with all my latest content. So why don't we jump in, and why don't we start off with some of these memes that potentially could be a silver lining in the sky, and that is Catdog. Because the market cap is at $10.2 million market cap, we are down on a day of 8.29% for the past 24 hours. So let's take a closer look on the charts. Alright, so what do we see? What we have been seeing for the past few days now, that we have been making our way a little bit further to the downside, because the most important areas is in fact, or was I should say, around about this leg over here. Reason why? Because we made this lovely move to the upside. Since we've been pulling back, we've came to the support level right over here, but instead we continue to fall even further, which means this area here should be the next low level of support before seeing a reaction in this zone and seeing where exactly we're going to head. We saw a massive push to the upside, but very quickly got rejected back down to the ground, and it looks like that potentially now could be the turning point where we could be going sideways here before continuing our way to the upside. So let's take a little bit closer look. So all the wicks on this side is right over here, which is slightly below, well, the current candle is slightly below from this level right over here. We've in fact wicked up into this level. So potentially what we can see from here, we just need to wait and see a larger green candle right over here, and that could be a good buying in order for us to continue our way to the upside. But there are a couple of main factors that we need to keep an eye on, and that is the total 3 dominance, and what we can see on the week that we've been pushing a little bit much more further down here. Now let's take a look on a daily instead of weekly, because on a weekly it shows that if we look at the levels from here to there, that's the most important things that we need to look at whenever we trade. Look at the important levels, don't worry too much about what happens in between. If we do come back and to retest this level right here, then that should be a buying opportunity on our way back to the upside. Had you followed to the top, the total 3 dominance, then you would have been in trade in most other major coins or better coins and memes. But let's take a look on a daily perspective and see how this affects the meme space. And what we can see is essentially, since we've been pulling our way back down like this, that's a major indication for the rest of the markets to be heading its way back down, just like over here. All we got to do is do this. How many days have been going down? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a look at Catdog. 1, 2, 3. Well, technically, because I'm looking at for this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've been ranging here sideways. You could also factor these days in, but ultimately, whenever the total 3 goes down, so does the rest of the space. So guys, pay attention to it. If you head over to my YouTube membership program right over here, I'll show you exactly how you can use this powerful tool or total free, the USDT dominance and the BTC dominance in order to figure out, and to be honest, it gives a stronger prediction in a sense of where each projects are heading for the short term and for the long term. But anyway, let's get back into this video. Now we could potentially see a reverse back up to the top because we saw a green candle right over here, larger wick to the top, small body right at the bottom, and this red candle here we're showing pretty much the same but small body with a wick to the top right up here. So unless we see this candle, current one, turns into green, then we can see a potential move to the upside. We need to see it turn green first, then the next one should follow, and we should continue our way at least back into this range before we see a push much higher. This area here is the most important level, because as soon as we get back into here and we go sideways here for a little while, then ultimately we will be pushing our way back up to the top. Take this opportunity as an opportunity to get in whilst it's extremely cheap. The current market cap is only 10 million. Why don't we do one last thing with this chart, and that is to flip this into the market cap, because the highest we've been or held is $85 million. Even though we wicked all the way up to 127, don't worry too much about that. It's all about where we've actually held for a period of time, which is right up here. 83 to 84 million dollars. Currently it's at 10 million. So we are 7.3 times away from the last all-time highs. Guys, we can easily make 7.3x for the current move from here all the way back up to the top. Can we go much higher? Of course we can, because 10x away from here, you put the market cap at 100 million, 100x, 1 billion. Could we go much higher? Well, let's just wait and see what happens nearer to the time, guys, because even if we see 100x, that will still be a massive gain for this project, because not all moves will go above that $1 billion. So let's move on to the next one, and that is going to be Mr. S Kid itself. The market cap is at $2.47 million. We are up on the day 3.41% for the past 24 hours. The current price is 0.02 cents. So let's take a closer look on the charts, and what do we see? Almost to the exact same pattern as the total free. If you see over here, we went up, we dipped back into the most important level areas over here before potentially we see a continuation to the upside. Now, how does that affect Success Kid? Simple. We made similar moves over here. We pull back down into this important area right over here. This level here is higher than this one. So it's almost similar to the total free. So once we see an engulfing or green candle here and we continue away to the upside, this level here will be our most important level of resistance. And as soon as we start bouncing around this level, then we should be breaking up here and continue our way to the upside. I still predict for Success Kid to reach 2.4, 2.5, maybe even $3.5 billion market cap. Remember, guys, this is just my prediction. Please do your own research, as this is not your financial advice, because anything can go wrong within the crypto space. Do your research and only trade with what you can afford to lose. So why don't we move on to the next one, and that is gonna be, let's take a look. That is going to be, I'm not sure anyone's fan of me talking about MAD, so we won't go into MAD, but we shall go into Ponke quickly. Ponke is at $156 million. We're down on a day 9.17% for the past 24 hours, and the price is at 28 cents. So let's take a closer look on the chart and let's see what we see. Yes, almost just like Peng, we've pulled slightly below from these levels right over here, this is still a valid trade right now because it could be a liquidity grab right now, and then we can flip here and return our way back up to the upside. In case if that isn't the case, we have to always have a mindset of a contrarian. That's what if it doesn't, that means we do need to cross-reference this chart as well as the rest of the space with a couple of other important charts. One is a Bitcoin dominance. It looks like Bitcoin dominance could be continuing its way to the upside if we break above from the current level. Then if we look to our left, we see still nothing but invalidation right over here, but we do see some resistance across here. Potentially we could see a little bit more further leg to the upside. That means potentially we could see a little bit further pull back into Ponke, but just in case if Bitcoin dominance decides to drop from here, and just in case if the total free from here decides to pump to the upside, because it's looking likely it will do so, then it will look like Ponke should be, look at this guys, perfect level right over here for reaccumulation before we continue our way to the upside. I'm a little bit more confident by checking out the total free and the BTC dominance that we should be heading our way to the upside, and I show you how will that look like in trade, because right now if we were to enter another cheeky trade from here right down from this level all the way up to there, what's that? That is 133% still move to the upside. So why don't we just put in a potential trade here, which I'm considering doing myself anyway, because I love dollar costing average, because that's how you make massive gains during the bull season for when Ponke will start ripping their chart. So that's additional 132% move to the upside for this trade, plus another 119%. What's that so far? That is 251. Yeah, 251. And what about this trade over here? That is 358% move to the upside just from here all the way to up there if you factor in all these free trades, and that's how you make some sick gains for the future. But guys, I'm going to leave it here for the meantime. Now actually before I do so, let's quickly jump into Pickle, because Pickle, it is looking like that we are struggling at the minute. Here we are. The market cap is at $634,000. We're down on the day at 9.8% for the past 24 hours, and the current price is at 0.0005420. So let's quickly take a look at the chart, because this is also one of the memes that I've been discussing and talking about within my membership channel, which is right over here, guys. Go check it out, and then go check out these ones over here for trading opportunities. And also I'm just about to publish another video within the membership, so go check it out, guys. Right, final meme of the day. As we can see, guys, let's quickly zoom in a little bit, and what we can see, it looks like we've been slightly bought up from earlier on, because we went all the way back down, and then we saw a level of being bought up. That means we see a smaller body to the top, a larger wick to the bottom, turning into a hammer candle. So this hammer candle, if it's a valid hammer candle, then the next candle needs to be seen as a green candle bigger than this candle. Then potentially we should be heading our way back up to the top and get back into these important zones. In case if we don't, that means we should be heading our way back down into the lowest low of support before potentially retesting the zone and see how we react. End of the day, guys, we are still reckon we're going to see some insane gains for Pickle, but on a temporary, it looks like we could be heading further down, which gives us a bigger upside move for the future during the bull season. It means we can capitalize and gain even more rewards, or should I say profits, because coming back down here is going to be really important. But check this out, guys. Let's change this chart into let's change this chart into the market cap, because I want to demonstrate and show you that if you do come back down into this level down here, that means we should be expecting, let's have a look, $515,000. So 10x away from here, you put the market cap at $5.1 million, and then 100x from here, you put the market cap at $51 million, and then 1000x at $515 million. So guys, I'm not saying we're going to come all the way back down in this level here, but it is a good case scenario that we could, and that could be the final leg down before we push to the upside. But for the meantime, why don't we just keep an eye on this chart? If you've got some positions within Pickle, do not be fearful, because I reckon if we do continue away from here, we should be blasting back into this level. Then we should be at least looking to reach the charts within the next several months. So guys, be patient, be vigilant, let's see what goes on. Make sure you have extra money on the sidelines for potential move down here, and go all ham like I would too. Anyway guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If you took any value from this video, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to be a member of my trading membership right over here, go check it out. It costs about $5, about the same price as your coffee. What are you waiting for? Anyway guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you all